Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing amazing. You're really enjoying your time on today. But I wanted to stop and share this with you and add it on YouTube because I just felt it so profound as I was getting ready for the week and strategizing some things I need to strategize, send on my email blast, and just working on my stuff for the week and really looking at the areas that are important, that is a priority, and some things that can, okay, this can fall over into the following week. So as I was doing that, and I'm sending out some stuff to a few ladies and encouraging them, and then also sending some strategy tools. But I found out that this particular season of my life, one particular word that has been very profound for me is the word forward. Right. Forward, right? So forward is the direction ahead of you or towards the front of something. It can also be a position on either basketball, soccer, or hockey team. Forward can be a direction or either space or time and also implies progress. A forward thinking person thinks about what will happen in the future. So this couple of weeks or in the past couple of months, I have really been strategizing on two things: a good idea and a forward idea. You're thinking right. Right. So the good idea, oh man, that's a really good idea to do that. And so the forward idea, I look at it this way, that I love God, no fact, that God does everything in excellence, right? And we are moving forward. And when you're moving forward, it is God that is helping you to obtain the goal, right? That is forward. Not that I have obtained this thing, but that which I do, I press forward. I press on towards the mark, right? So that's moving forward. So I think about the forward idea, right? And the forward idea is the God idea. And I realized that there were some things on my list that I was doing that were really good ideas. They were really good ideas, amazing ideas. But as I start strategizing and really sitting down and I looked at like, man, why am I so exhausted? Why am I tired? And in the course of sitting still and I start strategizing, and God is so strategic that He's just strategic, so He gives us the tools that we need to really sit back and realize and strategize our lives. While doing that, I realized, guys, and I want to help somebody because I don't want you to go through this. I realized that I was doing a lot of good things, but not a lot of forward things. They were good ideas, they were good opportunities, but the good opportunities were really shadowing the forward ideas because of the energy that it was taken from me. So when I was in my 20s, yes, I could be able to do X, Y, Z, or early 30s. I could do this, but now I'm getting closer to 40. I am realizing something, and I'm so excited about it, is that the energy that I once had, that I was doing all of that, and if I be truthful, some of it I shouldn't have been doing. And even though you have the energy to do it, doesn't mean you need to do it. With that being said, I was moving around and doing all of this stuff, and I was like, why am I so tired? Why am I so tired? It's because these two things, they were in two different positions. The forward idea was put on the back burner, and the good idea was on the top. What happens with the good idea? You end up spending money that you should not be spending. You end up operating in positions that sometimes you should not be operating in. Then you can also, now these are my thoughts. This is the things, the systems that I've realized and what I'm working with, and then I'm finding out it works for me. So I want to share this with you. Those good ideas are good, but you're signing up. You're doing things that is not necessarily progressing, nor is it pushing you into the forward idea. The forward idea will get you in places, in rooms, in conversations, in the right team, on the right things that you're supposed to be doing. Meanwhile, you're putting your energy in a good idea. That's not a forward idea. Yeah. Think about that for a minute. Now, granted, it may come back later, but right now, the things that you're doing, ask yourself, Is this a forward ideal or is this a good idea? Even with the good idea, did I think about that first? Or did I do it out of frustration? So, this is what I want to share with you. While you're progressing, you need a sparring partner. You need that person in the ring with you as you're moving forward, right? In that God-like ideal, in that God ideal, in that God vision, not man's vision, but God's vision for your life, right? So when you are in the I'm sorry, he will send you, he will position the person who will press you forward, right? The God idea, the forward idea, he will position that person who has already experienced where you're heading, where they can tell you which way to turn because they know if you swing that way, if your feet is not positioned correctly, you can possibly turn the wrong way, hurt something. They can see some things that you can't see. Now, I'm not saying that the good idea is not amazing all the time, but what I'm saying is to use wisdom when you're identifying the two. Because if the really, really, really good idea, you will know for sure the pressure comes regardless, right? But when you have to overthink and constantly analyze and think into something, that's not God. In most cases, it's not God. It's us trying to make something, birth something that God has not told you to birth. And the worst thing to do is try to give birth when it's not time, when the baby is not ready. Oh, wow, flip that. But okay, so back to that because I really want to give this to somebody, right? So, you sounds like in some cases that it takes the sparring partner, right? Who've been experienced to say, hey, we're moving forward in this direction. What we have done before was good, but now we need to switch it up and move in a different capacity so the strategies and the systems that we have in place can be successful in order for you to win, right? Right? Don't that make sense? So, in order for you to win, that person has to be someone who can assist you during the fight. Now, listen, this is the part that I want to share with somebody. I have wasted so much time, right? Trying to fit in different cultures, trying to fit in different things that were never designed for me, trying to do everything, literally running myself on what they say, a mouse on the wheel or whatever, but running myself raggedly trying to figure this out. And all I had to do, right, is write down the things that were positioning me forward versus the things that are good ideas. There was no balance, there was no focus, there was no strategy that was balanced to the same degree. And then once you get the right experience, sparring partner, right, that can help you and show you, hey, we need to do this different. We need to eat this. We need to drink this. This is the way you need to flow in this. I don't want you to spend this money yet because since we're moving forward, we need to be strategic about what we're doing. So we want to utilize what's in our hands, right? Okay, so this is the last thing. I realized that I was going in a circle. So this is what I want to do for you. I want to help you to avoid going around in circles, spinning your wheel, trying to identify, is this a good idea or is this a forward idea? I want to help you because I understand the frustration that it comes with positioning yourself into a place that you were never supposed to be in, right? And what I appreciate by one of my amazing mentors who really pushed me is to recognize this one thing, right? Is to really understand what you are sent here to do and make sure that it's pushing you forward, not into some places that you are not called to be in, right? So you can be successful, so you can progress, so you can do all those things, that we can bring wealth in our lives, so we can be in that position, because we don't want to run ourselves raggedly, spinning our wheels, especially in times like this, right? So we want to be sound in our ear of what we're listening to. We want to understand the system, the how to. How do I identify that, right? How do I know if this is a good or a forward ideal? How can I get past that and then make this one goal, or if that's with the forward ideal, that can push me to be consistent and successful? And that's what I realized. Literally, a light bulb clicked, like, oh my God, that's what it is. Right? Unfortunately, in that, it's not so much rejection, but you have to make a decision for yourself, because it's your life, it's your destiny, it's your future. Again, it's a God forward idea, because we want God to remain consistent in it. So this is what I need for you to do. Like and share this video. And in the link, I will put where you can go. If this is what you need, if this is what you're looking for. And when I say this, I mean identifying how do I understand it? Maybe this may not be for you. You may know someone who is struggling with, oh, she's doing this, she's selling this, she's in this place, she's doing this, she's doing all this, all over the place, right? That you literally used to be me, all over the place doing everything. It's not working. Doing everything, trying to throw everything at something that was not designed for me at this time. So I want you to really focus yourself and really sit down and say, is this a good idea or a forward idea? Am I wasting my time? How can I really, really get that? So Kaye is here for you. Kaye is here for you. To my single moms, to my single women, I am here for you. And I'm telling you guys, once I got, literally, as I'm talking right now, once that aha hit me, like, bam, that's it. That's it. That strategy, I sat there, really strategized this, and was done in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, like, this has to work. This way has to work, because the way before was not working, which allows you, and with my last point, which allows you to honestly come out of the place of being stuck. And I really want to talk flip side a little bit to my single moms. I don't want you to compare yourself to those who are in positions who may have a multiple income, or who don't have children, or whatever the case may be. But to really sit back, and it'll help you get unstuck, come out of some places that you may have been in, that is pushing you to really not so much push, but actually help you to identify the two. So you'll know the two. So here's some examples. I'm going to give you some examples to identify the two. So let's say, again, I mentioned it before, but the forward idea is like, hey, if you sign up for this particular class, that if you want to go, let's say cosmetology school, right? You want to go back to school and you want to do hair. You're not going to sign up for this good idea because it's something that's happening right now. But if you put your energy into this other space, and it's going to require 9 months to do this, to go back to school, you don't want to give 6 months to that when you have children. You got to study, you got to do this, you got to position yourself, you got to do all these things to get into that place where the energy is taken in that area, and you don't have the energy you need for the actual forward idea, right? So you don't have the energy for that, or either you are connected into some places that you don't need to be connected to, or in the wrong groups, in the wrong settings. But here, this is your mentor who can help and encourage you to get to the next step. They are an experienced sparring partner, right? They understand the ins and the outs. They can tell you from afar, if you go to the right, that it can destroy where you're going, or it can push you back. Whether you listening to your friends, your family, and no offense, we love our people. We really, really do love our people, right? We love our families. However, there's a different type of emotions attached to those relationships that can actually make you make the wrong decisions because they see from a different perspective because they're family. So you need someone who's been down that road. Like if you want to be a millionaire, you get connected to persons who are actually millionaires versus someone who actually watches who wants to be a millionaire. Two different things, right? Good and forward. We want God ideas. We want forward ideas. It's not bad to have good ideas, but how to strategize and to balance them that it don't override the forward idea. So listen, if you want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, Karona K. Wilson, you can look me up, Karona, last name Wilson, or I'm sorry, Karona K. Wilson, Karona, Kaye, and then Wilson, Wilson. That is on Instagram and Facebook. Like and share this video. The information will be in the comments because I want you, just like myself, to get the forward idea, the God idea. What do you mean by that, Karona? About forward. We always say, I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward, right? But we want to press towards the mark. And when you're pressing, you're moving forward. You're pressing forward. Not that I have obtained this, but this one thing that I will do, I'm going to press on. I'm going to press forward. I'm going to press into what God has instructed me to do. So I want you to take out a sheet of paper. Before you do that, follow me on There's More in You on Facebook page, our group page. And let's discuss this, right? We're going to discuss this area because I really think in my heart and I really feel I'm really like so passionate about this because I understand the late nights frustration that it takes. And sorry, I had to get something to drink. But the late night frustrations that it takes when you are trying to sit and figure out the sparring partner. Is this a forward ideal? God, is this a God ideal? Or is this just a good idea? Am I just doing something to just get by? Or is it comfortable? Am I stuck in this? What am I doing wrong? Like, it now, granted, when you do get into the forward ideal and the groove of where you're going, it's not going to be easy. But what I found out, you have such a peace about it. Like even with doing this video, it's comfortable, nervous sometimes, but it's comfortable, right? Even if that's writing, whatever you're doing, it's comfortable. Building a business is comfortable, but it's not comfortable. But you have such a peace and a passion for it that you can do it whether you're paid or not, basically. You don't want to just focus in good things and just building stuff and creating things. I'm telling you guys, I wasted so much time, so much money, so much energy, so much conversation, so much stuff that was not conducive to where I was heading to, unfortunately. But it taught me how to refocus, how to realign, how to adjust, how to restructure, how to strategize my system so it can not just work for me, but work for you as well. Simple how-to steps, just really simple. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't want to do the work. This is not for anybody who does not want to do the work, who's looking for a sparring partner to fight for them, who's looking for someone to write for them, who's looking for someone to lose for them, lose their weight, gain, whatever it is. If you're looking for them to do the work, unfortunately, I'm sorry, just do not click on this video. Just don't. Don't sign up for anything that you're not willing to put the work into, especially when God has created or allowed you to be connected to someone who has been experienced in an area where you have not, and you want them to do the work. That is such, would that be a crazy though? Like to even ask my mentors, hey, can you just do this for me? No, They've been experienced. They've been through some things, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to sit under them and learn what I need to learn and do the work. So I love you guys. I love y'all. I love you with my whole heart, and I want you to be successful. Not just be successful, but I want you to be transformed. Not change, but transform. Transformation, even when you get caught up, transformation will keep you in some places where you never thought you'd be kept. So, hey, I'm Karona, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Got the information for you. Love y'all.